here on Cinco de Mayo, it does appear the nation's capital is about to be awarded an NFL draft, Mike. Looks like that's happening.
I got one last point.
Sure.
Is it possible Aaron Rodgers is wearing a wedding ring as a sociological experiment like Costanza once did?
Good question. I don't know. I mean, I'm serious. This was the lead item on an email from the NFL Network today, because we're just waiting, just like everyone else, to see if there's any advancement in his personal life that will cause him to be closer to saying I do to the Steelers in his professional life. Mike?
And see, for Rodgers, Rich, I think the sociological experiment wouldn't be, let's see if women are more attracted to me while wearing a wedding ring. It would be, can I get the media to talk about it so I can go on McAfee show at some point in the future and complain about the fact that we're talking about his wedding ring?
When are the Steelers, are you hearing about a drop dead date, Mike, or no? Not at all.
I was told before the draft, and I know that Aaron Rodgers prides himself on no one knowing anything about anything he ever does.
Right.
I was told before the draft by someone in a position to know that Rodgers to the Steelers is happening. It's just a question of when. And it dawned on me last week, Rich, what's coming up on May the 14th? That is the day the schedule gets revealed.
Correct.
I remember last year how Mike North, the VP of Broadcast Planning and Operations, said the Jets owe us one, and they had all those short week primetime games early in the season. If you're Rodgers, don't you just at this point wait until after the schedule's out? Because it's not like the Steelers are going to get fewer primetime games than what they'd otherwise get. But if you drop Rodgers officially onto the Steelers, there's a chance they're going to get more, especially early in the season.
Well, especially when you look at their schedule, Mike, they stroll through the NFC North and the AFC East, both of Rodgers' previous stomping grounds. And speaking of grounds stomping, the road games include a visit to the Jets and famously a spot where he once put on a championship belt with his hands to say that he owned the team and the Bears. There are many, and the Packers are on their list as well, along with the rest of the AFC North. I mean, good Lord, are these games that with the Bills as well, Seahawks? This would be a knockdown drag-out for a lot of the league's television partners to say, we want the Steelers.
And if it all falls through, it's Mason Rudolph. Have fun with that. Primetime network partners, including NBC, my employer. So I assume they're operating under the assumption that Rodgers is going to join the Steelers. But we know with Rodgers, nothing is official until he goes on McAfee show and tells us it's official. I was told it's happening. Until it happens, who knows what Rodgers is going to do. But at this point, when you look at what the Steelers did or didn't do in the draft, what Art Rooney said during the draft, I think that was the clearest indication yet, the way he characterized, I believe Aaron wants to come here. They didn't draft anybody who's going to compete to play quarterback this year in taking Will Howard. They had multiple shots at Shedeur Sanders. I think the seat is being kept warm for Aaron Rodgers, and they expect him to show up, and there would probably be much consternation at the team facility if they get a text message or a FaceTime one day, because we know the phone doesn't work at his house, telling them, sorry, I've decided not to play for you.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.